Welcome back to Chipping Diddly.
Chipping Diddly.
Oh,
I get you.
Diddly Norton.
Yep. So, Spreadering Part 2.
Aye.
Which is not what we actually... I was thinking we actually need a video where we get 2 chapters in so the numbers line up again. And now they're even further apart.
Yeah.
Yep. They were 1 out of sync. They're now 2 out of sync.
Oh, I'm getting that weird line again. What is it?
Weird line?
Yeah, so you get coverage and then there's a little strip.
Ah, yeah.
Doesn't actually cover.
Don't know.
Unless you start weaving.
Wow, I've already used nearly 10% of this much bigger spreader.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's worth saying, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, for everybody else. We've got a Breedle.
We've leased the biggest Breedle with the biggest extension because we don't have any modded ones installed.
No. And we don't have enough patience to be doing all that malarkey again.
Or taking the server offline because we're still under a bit of time pressure.
We are constrained.
I am still waiting for my technician to arrive if you watched last week's video.
He's a week late.
He is. If you've watched other videos this week, I've probably been whinging about whether he was on time or not.
You?
Yes,
whinge?
I know. It's not like me, but you know,
it's very unlike you.
Very unlike me. I know. It's slightly funnier because you get to see the Patreon videos where I whinge even more.
Oh,
because I'm slightly less filtered in those.
Ever so slightly, yes.
So,
did you see? I know Mr. Thor posted it from in my Discord. I don't know if you've been on to Mod Hub and checked your messages lately. The message from Giants about the sort of winter break and
no, I haven't.
They have so the stats for people that might not know. They have already released more mods than they did for FS19 in its complete cycle.
That's pretty nuts, isn't it?
5,200 mods. So for those of you that whinge, it doesn't work with this mod.
Yeah,
that's how many they would have to test it with. And I know you said in your Valley Spring video about the odds.
What's really freaky is, didn't you comment that there are about 5,000 mods?
Yeah. And I can't remember where I got that from. I did get that from a relatively reliable source.
Okay.
I think it was Smock.
I was giving you credit for a really good guess.
Ah, well, no, credit where credit's due. I didn't get it from there. Oh, I missed a bit. Missed a triangle down there. I can see it. But yeah, I just thought that was that is pretty cool.
And you know, like just testing each mod on its own is an insane amount of testing.
Yeah.
And then if you want to test each mod with every other mod, that's basically 25,000 combinations.
Yeah.
No, it's more than that, isn't it? Way more than that. If you want to test one mod with every other combination, that's that's another 5,000. Yeah, no, it's right. 25,000 ish.
Yeah. Yeah. You're the maths man.
Well done.
Interestingly as well, and I hadn't noticed this, that where we have overlapped, it has gone green. So it's obviously a change of state, and then it adds to what was already there.
Yeah.
Top tip. Right, where am I going now? I want to be going to 36.
Yeah, so could you imagine just trying to load the game 5,000 times to test if, let's just say, just to test if a DLC is compatible?
Yeah. It's not going to happen, people.
And then because mods don't work independently. Let's say you want to test it with 2 mods, so you've got to load the game 25,000 times.
Yeah, it's not as straightforward.
Yeah. And that's just loading it. That's not trying to do anything.
Yeah, that's not actually then going in and checking the log.
Yeah.
Or right.
Trying to do something on a field. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting me ranting again.
No ranting. Not complaining. Just explaining.
I love that expression.
It is.
Good old Mr. CDP. Yeah.
Good old Mr. CDP. Bless him.
It is a brilliant expression. And I suspect it comes from...
that he has to use it, though.
Yeah. I suspect for him, it does come from the fact that people used to say, what are you complaining about?
Oh, yeah. Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly.
And, yeah, you know, there are sometimes things that need explaining.
and
sometimes there are things to whinge about.
And sometimes you have to explain things more than once.
Slowly, with crayons. And that's just to you.
And that's just you explaining stuff to me. Why can't a forest
Today we are going to do this. Picture of a tractor.
Oh dear. Why can't I do this? Because that's not allowed by the game at that stage. Yeah. You absolute noob.
That was a brilliant video. I did enjoy that.
But I've told people I'm going to do it now.
Well, maybe you shouldn't overpromise.
Yes, I know.
Your mouth's running checks your game can't cache.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. If you don't watch Cartex videos, why not?
Tense moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a start,
if you don't watch, why not? Yeah.
And second, watch his whole crop silaging one. It's quite amusing. The introduction is brilliant. What was better is I watched the previous video to that just before.
Oh yeah, so you've got full effect
after we'd had the conversation about how do I do this when it doesn't work, and I was just sitting there laughing my head off at you, like, oh, next time we're going to whole crop this because it's you can see that it's at the state where we can whole crop.
That was me looking at it rather than actually properly looking at it.
You should have got your moisture meter out, as you've been told.
Yes, 30% moisture.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Yeah. See, it's not just, well, how do farmers know? They probably just guess.
Yeah, looks about right.
Yeah.
That's fine. That'll do.
My answer to that was going to be, they've probably done it for years, and they know the point to actually do it at.
Yes. Yeah.
I was trying to remember because the Saskadutch Kid and 10th Gen Dairyman, who again I haven't watched in ages, both have explained in the past the point at which they whole crop.
Okay.
Because they do a lot of whole crop.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure they've explained that it's something to do with the state that the grain's in.
Yeah.
To give you the nutrition that you want out of your whole crop silage.
Yeah.
Actually, the other thing, I didn't comment on your video about it, but you were saying it was weird mowing it.
Ooh.
Cow farmer Dan mows whole crop quite often. I think they do a field every year.
Yeah.
They quite often undersow it with peas to get more protein into the whole crop.
That's cool. That is cool.
Which I thought was very cool.
Because they'd... they're probably one of the last videos I watched, the last videos of his I watched, they were actually combining the field that they were meant to whole crop, I think.
Yeah.
Because they got such a yield of silage
that they needed silage.
I don't think they got space for it, so they were combining it for, and they were going to make grain mix out of it, I think, or grain,
running maize plus.
He's clearly running Maze
So
Plus.
the last one I saw but didn't watch, they had the hammer mill in making bedding.
Oh, I've seen that. Yes,
Which if you've not watched that process, I watched them have it done last year. There's a guy they bring in, a contractor they bring in, who's got the bale buster that was in FS19.
Oh, okay.
And so it's quite interesting because, you know, they talk about the fact that I think it's running on a Magnum, Case Magnum.
Right.
This 300 horsepower tractor just has enough power to drive the hammer mill.
Oh, wow.
Depending on the bale type.
Got you. Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite interesting just from a learning point of view, even if you don't enjoy watching his videos.
And that's quite, when you see proper farmers, it is quite interesting, and that's probably why, well, an underarching sort of interest in farming, obviously, but when you see it done properly and stuff explained, it makes it quite cool, I think. If you understand what you're trying to replicate some of the time.
If you see the stuff that you're trying to do in game done in reality.
Yeah.
And yeah, quite a lot of the stuff that's in Maze Plus, you see a lot of, you know, like the dairy farmers and stuff doing.
Yes. Yeah. Very much
like,
so.
Like whole cropping, like doing grain mix or.
Yeah. No, it is. It is pretty cool. Right. What do we need to do?
Just about going to sneak through this field, I think.
Excellent work.
12% left.
Oh, why can't I find pH? There we go.
So I think we decided that the arable fields we were going to leave because we just needed to get crops in the ground before. Which is why some of those are looking a bit pale.
a bit pasty looking, a bit lemony.
Some of the fields locally were looking a bit ropey this week.
I think, I don't think the weather's helped at all. Like watching people, like actually watching Ollie blogs and Wardy's waffle, and some of the fields look shocking because of all of the rain.
It looked like they'd had the sprayer in the field and it had done a lot of damage.
Oh.
But I think they probably needed to get something on the field.
Yeah. I guess it's at that point you think, oh, I've got to do something or I'm going to get nothing.
Yeah.
Rather than get. Yeah.
Because, the week before, some of the fine people where I live had put a car through the fence and been driving around the fields.
Oh, nice.
And I went down there yesterday, and the day before yesterday, and it was like, wow, it looks like they've been through and done a load more damage. And then actually, oh no, those are tractor tracks.
Oh.
And the farmers put in a very significant set of tram lines.
Oh. Yeah, I noticed that with, I think it's Wardy's waffle, but again, I think it's their ground type in the sense that it holds the moisture so much that they wouldn't be able to travel and they need to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, same here. We're very clayey, so.
Very clayey. Right, shall we rejoin shortly once we've understood the next steps?
Sounds good.
See you in a minute, mate.
Welcome back, everyone.
We're back.
We are off to the parsnip field. You finish fertilizing those. And
I see you bought your works vehicle.
Yep. Yeah, it's a one-man job. You've got to get your sprayer ticket.
One-man job. So, whoa.
See? Well, it's looking good, looking nice and busy at the shop.
Which is rather good. Do we know if the caravan park there is purchasable, and do you get a... I won't stop at the junction. Do you get an income?
No idea.
All I can hear is this really noisy Audi driver behind me. I feel a brake test coming on in a minute.
Bloody farmers getting in the way.
I'm quite sure that you could overtake.
Oh, probably. Probably. Just as you turn into the field.
Yeah, that's about right, actually. Somebody left the gate open, so that's good. Right,
I'll
we'll
take
have
credit for that then.
beacons off. Oh, I don't like that.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
Should I put the drone up? Oh, gosh.
That is awful.
So I had a really good tip for how to plant these from Mr. Rural Pilot.
What, don't?
No, what he's done is do a headland of maize silage or maize.
Yeah.
Because you can plant that. I'm just checking in the calendar. You can plant that in April or May as well. And it will be silageable probably in August or September. And you've then got loads of time to harvest.
Oh.
And if you then, if you chop or combine the corn first, you get a nice big headland.
That is a rather good idea.
And you don't get
this. That is.
Yeah. Good idea, huh?
Yeah.
Good idea from Mr. Rural Pilot.
Me no likey.
What does the other end look like?
Just as bad.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's just... Yeah, dear, oh, dear.
And I guess that does try and force you to separate your headlands and your up-down rows more.
It does, but...
Yeah.
It's like a dodgy pinstripe suit, isn't it?
It is. Or some sort of 80s wallpaper.
I mean, whoa, what happened here?
What's that?
Like, that's not even here, like the edge of the field. You running? See, that's not even.
Wow.
What? Oh my days!
Yeah.
That's just not. That's not cricket, Giants.
Needs work.
Cricket
needs work.
Yes, I mean that. Don't get me wrong. Driving down there now, that looks amazing. I love that. But then you just sort of change your viewport, and it's like, oh, ruined.
The root crop testing video that you will have watched last weekend, I didn't do headlands, and so I didn't see this effect.
No. Everything I've done so far, I've either harvested or it hasn't grown in yet, apart from this.
Yeah. I mean, the only field that only other field that I've had that I've started harvesting was easy dev'd.
Yeah.
So it won't have had this. You can make some interesting patterns.
You could, yeah.
You could make some
It's
interesting
actually
patterns.
really hard on the eyes.
Yeah.
So I need,
It's not so bad from up here.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Well, big job, that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's looking good, though. 117% yield.
Very good.
Should be very nice.
what we got? 994.7 tons to the hectare.
And 0.96 hectares. Now we just need the density of parsnips. And we'll be good.
1 minute. Mute yourselves.
Lovely.
Oh, real frog in my throat. Ugh.
Is that animal cruelty?
Right. Ugh. Took my ears out now. Maybe my ears be funny. There we go. Sorry about that. Minor coughing fit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Skeptical.
Yeah.
Is it literally just right angles? I think it is, isn't it? It's
Yes,
just
it is.
0 and 90 degrees.
But
Could we not have at least had 45 degrees?
I think, yeah, and I've sort of had this now on a couple of videos. So it's on court where I think Neil was saying, you know, it's what you do with the headland, and I like the idea of the maze.
Yeah.
Or you plant right up, so you could maybe do, I don't know, 1 or 2, leave an entrance in, miss a headland, and then do the
leave a gap
up and
in the
down
headland.
rows,
That's,
so it doesn't look quite as horrific.
yeah, that's what VF used to do, planting potatoes, based on how
I've
they
seen,
used to plant potatoes.
yeah,
He would
and that's
leave
that's what I'm
gap.
basing it off.
Yeah.
Or
And
that's
leave a
what I've
gap
seen in
the
potato
corner
fields.
as
Yeah.
well. And I guess that's where Rural's idea of planting corn comes from.
I like that.
Because you could just
I
do
do
like
that.
a nice strip of corn, then get your veggies in. It'll all grow. You might have some interesting things with nitrogen, because I think these use a lot more nitrogen than corn does. But hey, precision farming will work that out.
Yeah.
And you could just get some nice straight 90-degree rows.
Yeah. I've got to leave. I've got to leave. I thought somebody had abandoned the car there. Oh wait, they have.
Yep. Don't worry, it's me.
It's you.
Are we done?
We are done. You can, when that needs weeding, you can come back and weed that.
Okay. And we'll see everyone next week.
We will. Take it easy, mate.
See ya.
Bye.